I'm Zenora and I'm pansexual.
My name is Carter and I identify as a queer, non-binary person.
I'm Madison and I'm a lesbian.
I'm Eileen and I'm gay.
Hi, I'm Paul and I'm gay.
Hi, I'm Allie and I identify as lesbian.
I'm Mikeland and I identify as a queer woman.
My name is Victor and I identify as gay.
My name is Lolo and I identify as a bisexual female.
And I'm KP and I identify as non-binary transmasculine.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared. You know, there's always been like a negative undertone about the LGBTQ plus community. I'm scared that my relationships with the people in my life right now are gonna be different. People are gonna look at me differently.
I just really hate the feeling of lying to the people I love and also just censoring myself, even though like I didn't have to come out because I'm in a relationship with a man. It's a pretty easy cover up. If I wanted to make it a cover up, I came out because like just the constant reminder that I have to censor myself because I never know how the people I love are going to take my sexuality.
It's hard when you're experiencing these really formative years of your childhood and you can't be like fully yourself.
And so I first came out to my mom in high school as bisexual. And she didn't really believe me at first. I don't think she was comfortable with the idea of me being gay.
I just honestly came out to them as I'm not bisexual, I'm gay. And they honestly just, we knew Paul and that's totally fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And it was just such a comfortable experience and it made me feel, honestly, I had never felt so purely myself. And it honestly felt so good that I felt so honestly happy and liberated that I could just be unapologetically myself.
It was one morning at breakfast. We were sitting down. I went home that weekend. And that night I was like, I have to tell you something. At first I thought I was bisexual, so I was like, oh, I think I'm bisexual. I started talking to this girl and I'm really happy about it. And I remember the next morning at breakfast, I was like kind of soul crushed because we were just like chatting about whatever, eating our food, and she just looks at me and she's like, you're not gay. I don't think you're gay. And then it was just like this weight in my heart like dropped because it was so like, it was such a hard thing for me to like come to terms with about myself, that hearing that from like a parent that I'm so close with was a really difficult thing.
I asked him to meet up with me at a coffee shop and I told him that I was actually like in love with my best friend and that we were dating, and I lied about it a little bit and said it started later than it did because it started when I was still living at home, and he totally took the news like excellently and was like really loving and told me that I think he just said something along the lines of like, you know, I don't really like care and I'm just like happy if you're happy and I just love you a lot.
I'm my dad's only son and he has 4 daughters. So to him, me being gay was one of the most disgusting things ever, because being a Latino male and me being his only son, it made him feel as though he did a horrible job as a parent.
It didn't go very well. I think it blindsided them, and it came at a time where tensions were already high over, you know, whatever the other thing that they were upset was. So none of it was really handled in the best way. I didn't handle it the best way. They didn't handle it the best way. My dad just kind of ignored it, and my mom was a little upset. She was not exactly happy with it. And I hesitate to say that because I don't want it to come off as if she necessarily had a bad reaction. And she's come so far in the past few years, but at the time it was definitely a reaction that did not leave me feeling like they were on my side.
I came out first shortly after high school as a lesbian and lived like that to my family for a while, and then that never really felt like it was me. I felt like I just kind of grabbed onto that box and that identity because that was all I really knew about at the time. I had 2 moms growing up, so that wasn't unheard of to me. But then I came out as trans for the first time to Mikey, and I felt like there was something wrong with me. I felt like I was broken, and I didn't know there was something else.
He called me and I said, yup, I am. And he said, oh, I really don't know if he expected that answer. And he told me that first thing he said was first thing he said was that he loved me anyway, which was really sweet to hear. Because I was like the most concerned about my dad. He's really old-fashioned, really Christian. So, you know, I don't blame him for thinking certain ways sometimes, but yeah, so it was a very huge relief.
Let them know that you care about them, and that you will support them.
If your loved one's anything like me, they're definitely going to be thinking about the worst case scenario.
Understand that they're telling you because they care.
I think that coming out to your family is something that they've spent so much time thinking about and working with themselves that they are absolutely not confused.
The thing that they're doing is like truly about them and not about you. So I think it's like very important. I think most people feel uncomfortable when they like find out that their family member or like someone they love is gay and they had no idea, or even they had some idea. Like there's just like varying amounts of discomfort that come up around that. Even if you're like totally progressive and like totally liberal and you're like, it's fine to be gay, like it's good to be gay, it can still be really disconcerting when someone comes out, because it's like you have this image of them as like being a straight person or being a cis person, and they're saying, hey, the way that you know me is not totally accurate.
So I feel like regardless of like the support that I've gotten from my family, it wasn't the first initial reaction. It was always like something else, and then, but I support you.
And I think that just allowing them to know that you still love them no matter what, even if you don't understand.
This is important to me, and you're important to me, so I'm telling you for that reason.